morning. It is 5 a.m. Monday here in Manila. I'm Raine Musngi with your first look at the news. China plans to ramp up development on the disputed Sancha Islands in the West Philippine Sea, a move likely to stoke a growing territorial row with its neighbors. The local Chinese government in Hainan province tells Agence France Presse the development of roads, water supply, and drainage systems will be stepped up in the new capital city of Sancha on Yongqing, one of the islands that make up the disputed paracel chain. Malacanang hopes the defense accord signed recently with Canada will not stir further tensions with China. In a radio interview, Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valde said the memorandum of agreement signed Saturday should not be misconstrued by any parties such as China. President Aquino and Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper signed the accord that addresses the procurement of military equipment aimed at helping the country's efforts in building its defense capabilities and attain a credible defense position. 3 alleged members of the ABS-CBN were arrested in Lamitan City, Basilan, just as they were allegedly planning to stage another attack Thursday night. Combined forces of the police and military captured Patek Samson, Jimboy Sahabat Mandul, and Hamid Damain after getting information that an armed person was seen at a van terminal. The suspects face charges of illegal possession of firearms, ammunition, and explosives. Senator Lingoy Estrada is appealing to fellow lawmakers in the lower house to pass the Kasambahay bill. The senator says there's not much time left for the measure aimed at improving the salary and benefits of household helpers. Meantime, tobacco farmers raise fears measures being pushed by the World Health Organization under the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, or FCTC, will kill the industry and leave them with no livelihood. One measure being pushed by the WHO is the restriction or the stopping of all technical and financial support to tobacco farmers. The Asia chapter of the International Tobacco Growers Association says millions of farmers will be affected. Oil firms will roll back prices of diesel and gasoline this week due to crude prices dropping in the world market. Diesel prices will be lower by 75 centavos to 1 peso per liter. Gasoline may also see a price cut of 10 to 20 centavos per liter. Let's take another look at how the U.S. stocks performed last Friday. U.S. stocks and oil prices had gained on a rise in U.S. consumer sentiment to more than a 5-year high. Perceptions outweigh the gloom that the fiscal cliff in the United States and that Europe's economic woes may lead to a world recession. Overseas news now. The violence continues in Syria as the opposition decides to form a new leadership and where Israel fires warning shots into Syria. A strong earthquake struck northern Myanmar Sunday, forcing a bridge and a gold mine to collapse and damaging several old Buddhist pagodas. The meteorological department in the capital, Nai Phi Tao, said the magnitude 6.8 quake that 6 people had died there and another 11 were injured. At least 12 others are feared dead. Some 170,000 people in New York are still without power 2 weeks after Superstorm Sandy blew into the U.S. East Coast. Weather news. 10 flights from Butuan, Surigao, and the Bicol region had been canceled Sunday due to bad weather. A low-pressure area embedded along an intertropical convergence zone had affected weather there in southern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Pagasa also says 2 other weather systems are threatening the country. We'll be monitoring those weather systems for you in the coming hours. Finally, Filipino fashion designer Josie Natori tops a magazine's list of 7 self-made immigrant millionaires in the United States. The 64-year-old founder and chief executive of the Natori Company beat out Austrian Hollywood actor Arnold Schwarzenegger, as well as Google's Russian co-founder Sergey Brin. And that was your first look at the top stories this Monday, the 12th of November, 2012. I'm Raine Musngi. Thank you for staying ahead with ANC, and have a great week ahead.